Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and this afternoon I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 25th of July. Now, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, and I do talk a lot about the awakening process and the current global energies. I really wanted to get on this afternoon because I've just had this very strange feeling all day. It's like a feeling of, I would say, a cross of anxiety, dread. I know it's a very grey sort of sky day here, but there's just this heavy energy that I just wanted to come on, and we'll just see what comes up, because I don't know if you guys are sensing or feeling it out there, but I've just had a very strange vibrational kind of day today. Nothing very specific, but just this sort of feeling of like real anxiety, and I don't think it's mine. So I'm just going to close my eyes and we'll just get started and we'll see what comes up. Okay, well, their guides are saying that grey skies are clearing for others. So when we say others on this channel, that usually means people who are waking up, who are starting to see the truth. The grey skies are starting to clear. And when they're starting to clear, that means people are starting to see things with clarity. They're starting to see things with, as I always say here on my channel, the crystal glasses, which means when things come into clear vision. Oh, hang on, I'll just bear with me. Yep, people's stomachs are churning. I often talk about that nauseous feeling of being on a ride or a roller coaster and people are wanting to get off. I talked about that last week, I think it was. I'm definitely getting that today. These people, everything's getting too turbulent for them now. It's again showing me the like spin drying process in the tumble dryer, or that kind of spinning effect. This is what people are going through now. Not you, if you're watching my channel. We're pretty much over here just hanging out the laundry, I could say, on the clothesline outside, enjoying nature. But these people feel like they've actually been put into the tumble dryer or the washing machine, whatever you want to liken it to, and they just feel like it's just too turbulent and they're being knocked around and they can't get out. It's this just continuous head spin is the way that I'd put it, and it's creating that real churning feeling inside. I'll see where else we go with this. Yep. Sadly, people's funds are drying up, and this is talking about money. People are starting to hit rock bottom. Gosh, this is going to happen faster than we even thought here on my channel, I think. People are just going to hit rock bottom very quickly now. I talked about August being the big month for the housing collapse financially, but this is going to start hitting people quicker now because they're really struggling, a lot of people, to pay their utilities, to put food on the table, to fill up their cars. People are running on like an oily rag now with their cars, are letting the lights flash. There's a lot of this like really, what would you say, using up all the last drops, checking the piggy banks of the kids, scraping the barrel is probably the way that I would say it. So I'm definitely getting that today. These people are waking up and they're really hurting now. This is really taking them down quite a few pegs. It's that tumble dryer that just, there's no, oh, you're right, Penny. There's no respite for them. It's just becoming too overwhelming, and they just want it all to stop. Not if you're watching my channel, of course, because we stopped a long time ago and we got off. We are a lot of sensitive souls here on my channel, and we often talk about our sensitivities to picking up other people's energies, and a lot of us here are empaths, but it's showing me us pegging out the clothing on the clothesline, and we're out in nature and the breeze is blowing through our hair and through the clothing. You can hear the sheets flapping in the breeze, and we're putting the little old-fashioned wooden pegs on, and life for us is very simple. They're even saying, the guides, we can even smell the Lux Flakes in the washing. It's taking us back to, they're even showing it to me, this image in a sepia tone of the olden day, like vintage footage of the brown, like sepia tone. And we can smell the Lux Flakes in the washing, and we're just gently hanging things up because life has become very slow and very simplified for any of you that are watching my channel. We're over here, and this is just about energy. This is not that we're literally hanging washing out. Well, some of us probably are. I did today. But this is the image of how we've learnt to slow our life down and take ourselves back to the simple things. But these people are now becoming so overwhelmed and they're really churned up inside. I'll see what else we get today. Now, we don't harbour like resentments anymore. We let a lot of that go a long time ago when we were vilified and ostracised, or whatever journey we went through. We let go of any of that, those feelings that we had, that we used to harbour. They're all gone now. We're in a very relaxed state over here. And the guides are still saying that things are unfolding perfectly. Like, as much as this seems so enormous and insurmountable to these people waking up, it's unfolding at a very nice pace for them, because we always talk here about these people waking up having to uncover the truths, sort of one thing at a time. If you were to bombard these people with everything about the reset and everything that's coming at them, they would not be able to cope, because they're only just getting on their crystal glasses where they're starting to see clearly now. So we want them to really make sure that they see things and they get the full story. So that's why this has to happen at a very slow and very good pace. I'll just see what else we get. People are wanting to live their best lives. Now, we know we've been trying to do that. We've had to navigate around these ridiculous scenarios for probably 3 years, and we're still doing pretty well. We've managed to live some sort of normality over here we've called it Terra Bella on this channel, which means beautiful earth. But people are now wanting to live their best life. They're sick of this, and we know this means everything that government has been just piling on top of them. It's showing me them, speaking of washing again, it's showing me them sitting on the floor in the laundry and everyone's just piling their washing on top of them. It's all dirty, yucky washing. And people are sick of this all being piled on top of them. And it's like they have this insurmountable pile of washing on top of them. This is the people waking up. They have this huge pile of washing and it's dirty. It's not nice. And it feels really oppressive and bleh. And this is the image that I'm getting, that they're having too much washing piled up on them, to the point that I'm sure most of you guys know, when you've had like weeks of rainy weather and you can't get on top of the washing, it's very frustrating, and your house becomes like a Chinese laundry sometimes, because you've got stuff hanging out everywhere and you've got piles of washing and it just keeps piling up, and it seems that the kids always use more clothes than necessary sometimes. And this is what I'm getting for these people waking up. It's just too much. And God, for anyone out there, we know that the WHO, the World Health Organization, yes, has declared Mpox is now an emergency. Yes, it's an emergency. So these people have now got another heap of clothes on top of them, another emergency, which what they'll be thinking, have I got to get the jab? What's going on? Oh my God, what's happening? And of course, we know they're vilifying the male gay community. They're always dividing, putting people into their districts. We talk about that a lot here on my channel. So that's how these people are feeling. Not us, because we are on top of our laundry. We keep on top of the dirty laundry here on my channel, and we're regularly doing our washing and sorting and sorting and sifting and sorting, I would say. We're always folding things up, putting them in the cupboard. We know how to keep moving things along with our life. It's like that process of washing. We're getting a lot of that today in this video. But what they're trying to say is that we're organised. If you're watching my channel, you are probably, I would say, a very organised person, especially now with your life. We have moved it into a state where you could almost say we're washing, we're hanging things out, and then we're folding them and putting them straight away. We don't leave piles and piles of clothes just on the bed or chucked into the corner, or we don't let ironing pile up. We are very organised now, and we're very methodical in our process. And this is about our life. We know where we're heading. We know what we're doing. We have our moments on here. Even I had a little cry the other day, and some of you guys share with me that you do too. We have our moments where we feel things, but we're not stuck back here like these people waking up who are just getting the laundry, dirty laundry, piled up on top of them by government and all these leaders that are rolling all their garbage out and trying to just make these little people like smaller and make them go away, and covering them in laundry so they just become insignificant. I'm definitely getting that today. That's how these people waking up are feeling. I'll see what else we get. God. See, this is becoming really disturbing now. This is starting to really disturb people. Oh, my God. And it should. If only they knew the complexity of all of this. These people are starting to get really disturbed because they're getting worried. They're starting to think now about their future. They're worrying about their children's future. They're starting to see that they haven't got a handle on this financially. Where's their home loan going to end up? Are they going to go down the gurgler? Are they going to have to go through bankruptcy? These are the things that are now playing in people's minds. They're playing the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? And there's a high probability that some of these things will happen because we know where it's headed. So they're definitely starting to do this now. There's this panic mode starting to come in. Oh, God, you can even feel it in your chest sometimes, can't you? Let me know down below if you guys are going through this. But today I felt really... I talked about it the other day, that people shallow breathing and that real breathlessness, because people are getting tight in the chest. It's starting to contract people up again. You think about it, if you're getting pushed and pushed to have another B jab, and then you're getting pushed and pushed to have the Mpox jab, you're going to start contracting because you're wanting to fight these things. You might not want to do it. Remember, a lot of these people were coerced, mandated, forced to get the jab so they could go to the pub, and they don't want to keep doing these things. They want to hop off that merry-go-round. It's showing me the merry-go-round, like the horse is just going round and round. But it's hard to get off the merry-go-round, the guides are saying, because the horse goes up and down at the same time. So it's not easy to get your foot on the ground. If you think of a merry-go-round, usually the horses are going up and down at the same time they're going around and around. And it's causing people to not feel stable. They can't get their foot on the ground to jump off the horse, to get off the carousel, which, as we know, is just going around and around in circles. And it's like, oh God, it's even saying to me, like, it's like government, it just continuously keeps putting coins in it. So usually you put your coin in and then the carousel goes round and then it stops after your $2 is run out, or, oh God, it's probably $5 now with inflation. But they're saying that, but there is no stopping, because then the government puts another coin in just before you get off, and then your horse goes up and down again, and around you go to the music of the carousel, or some people call them merry-go-rounds, depends where you're living. In America, I think they're carousels, aren't they? Australia, we do call them merry-go-rounds. So this is what's happening. Government keeps just putting this coin in, and it's just this continuous ride that people can't get off. But they want to get off because they're starting to see things clearly through their, I always talk about it, the crystal glasses, which is when everything that was once blurry and dark suddenly comes into clarity. It's like adjusting, it's like when you've needed glasses and then you go and get your glasses and you get your script done for your glasses and you put your glasses on and suddenly you can see again and everything's crystal clear. Well, that's what's happening to these people, but they're still on the carousel, merry-go-round, just going around and around as government keeps feeding the coins in to keep, well, and we know where the coins are going, but back into government's pockets as they fill up their own pockets and they keep making money. But they just don't want people getting off this carousel, which we pretty much know is the, well, I guess you could call it the jab wheel, but now it's becoming more than the jab wheel, isn't it? They're even showing me on the carousel now, there's like cars going up and down. So we've got the electric cars. We've got all these things now that are kind of being added to this journey and this ride that people seem to be stuck on. I mean, we're nearly 3 years down the road. Oh my God. And you cannot believe that people are still on that journey. It's just mortifying, isn't it? And they have been mentioning a bit about unjabbed and, oh, they never mention vaccine injured, of course. They'll never mention that because that's never spoken about on any platform at all, except on YouTube. They do talk about it, and probably Rumble and a few other things. Mandates are never spoken of either. We all talk about them here because that's the logic of why we're all short on nurses, ambulance drivers. We've even got, just to let you know what's happening here in Australia, in the old people's homes and aged care facilities, because there's such big issues going on about them still getting the CV virus, they're still bringing in the army to help, the defence forces to help in aged care homes. Now, personally, I think that is a very strange idea. When you mandated staff who are highly qualified and have worked in these industries for what, over 30 years, some of them, who knows, got rid of them all because of jab mandates, became short-staffed. Now you've got the army moved in. Can you imagine some of these people, seriously, I think about it all the time, in these homes, having these big people in there with their camouflage gear on in the army, when a lot of these elderly people have been through war, they're got dementia, they're freaked out as it is, probably, I would say, there's a high probability, and now they've got these army people coming in. Like, what even is that? I don't even understand it. If anyone could give me clarity on that down below, that'd be great. If you're living here in Australia particularly, because I just don't get it. To me, that is just cruel and unnecessary, and it's going to cause fear in these elderly people. They say they care about them, but this is just going to cause so much stress for some of these people who have gone through hard times in maybe their past. We don't know what they've been through. So this is how crazy this world is getting. And they're also bringing in, I think it is student nurses now that are just started off. They haven't got any qualifications. They're bringing them in because everybody's that short-staffed. So basically everything's just, in Australia, I don't know what's happening where you guys are. I don't doubt it's probably the same. Everything's gone upside down and basically turned to shit because of, as we know, it's the Great Reset agenda. But so many people don't even know this is going on. But nobody queries anything. No one even questions anything. The hand, foot and mouth. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a rant, but it is very frustrating. I know you guys understand. This hand, foot and mouth thing from Indonesia, Bali, they still have not shut the borders to Australia. I'm sure other countries they haven't either, because they're trying to help Bali, get on its feet after the CV couple of years they had and lack of tourists. But government's not doing anything. They want it to come to Australia because, as we all know, it's going to destroy the meat industry. And that is the plan of the reset, to destroy the meat industry. But people don't know it. And they think it's all this really horrific thing, this foot and mouth that's coming in. And oh my God, it's absolutely crazy. My sister just flew back from Bali the other day. And I said to her, did you have to wash your shoes? She goes, yeah, I had to. This is my sister that's really into the narrative. We're like chalk and cheese in our thinking. And I thought all of those, she even said that lots of people wouldn't have. So all those people would have had shoes in their bag that wouldn't have been washed. Like, we know that because government wants it in. Bring it into the country. It helps us with our little agenda rollout. And then on the TV today here in Australia, they talked about the mad cow disease, that now people who have lived anywhere there was mad cow disease, which I think was in the UK, wasn't it, a lot of that, 20 years ago or more, suddenly you're allowed now, yes, you can donate blood. Now, what, for 20 years you weren't able to donate blood, and now they're talking also about the gay community, that they're questioning them about the donating blood now. So obviously they're coming after that gay community in every area. I don't think people are falling for them, and that's just so backwards. Oh, we don't want to go back to those times, do we? Oh my God, it's just so frustrating watching all this play out. Honestly, it's so infuriating to observe sometimes, isn't it? I'll see if there's any closing messages today. Sorry, I just had to just get some of that off my chest. I know you guys are getting frustrated with all this as well. Yeah, I've got turbulent times ahead, and the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. The wealth grab is just getting really obvious now. It's like really sickening to people because people are seeing it. See, it's the crystal glasses. People are seeing it. God, Sri Lanka did heaps to show the injustice of what's going on with the wealthy elites' houses. We all got to see a little glimpse into Sri Lanka's wealth in the parliamentary leaders' houses. But this is what's happening. It's that huge injustice and extreme wealth And it's that clear dividing the nation. So we're really, like, once upon a time there was the divide. There was the jabbed and the unjabbed. Then there was this, and then there's that. Then there was double jabbed, and then there was the boosted and double jabbed. So there's been division, and now all people can see is the division of the wealthy and the poor people. It's almost like I kept saying the whole way through my videos since end of last year how they were pushing middle class people down into lower class, and they've succeeded. They have done very well. These wealthy elites have fed and lined their pockets while everybody else has been getting squashed. And now people can see it for what it is. The giant scam. Honestly, people are seeing this. It's a giant scam. I keep talking about the pyramid and Ponzi scheme because I know so many of you can relate to that. There's never anything in it for the little people. We're just getting ripped off beyond belief. I'll just see if there's anything else to close. Yeah, the message is, like, for us, just do not get stuck in that narrative. Make sure we stay right away from all this that is going on and that's occurring at the moment. It's not our garbage to be involved with. That's why they're giving me the vision of us hanging out, the beautiful washing. It's a sunny day. Like I said, the sheets are flapping in the wind and you can smell the Lux flakes. We've gone back to the simple life. And that's what the guides are saying. Stay over there. They're even showing me the beautiful wicker hamper with all the washing in it, and that we're just not stressed at all. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. That vision that we're not stressed at all. So if you're watching my channel, you've managed to find a way clear of all that contracted pain, hurts, fears, anxieties. As much as sometimes we do feel them, like I said, we can still manage to always remain really open and relaxed and calm and practicing the things that bring us joy and happiness. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. So look, stay strong, everybody. I know we go through our ups and downs as I have today. It's been a little bit weird energy today and a weird vibe, but that's okay because often it's not ours. We'll just go and keep hanging out the washing, Oh my goodness. At least we're not in the tumble dryer anymore. Look at the positives. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Penny's still asleep over there. And I'll say don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe because that helps me heaps and keeps these messages going around. And yeah, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Bye.